used to try to fit in, odd man out. I could never conform, I'm a standout. Trying to be like them, it never panned out. I took a different route, I got it planned out. I made my own lane, got my own swag. I'm a vibe, B, I'm in my own bag. My fly different, yep, I embrace that. I know my time coming, ain't gotta chase that. I'm built different, I hit different, always have. Ain't no shorty like me, keep it 100,000. I put my heart in it.
Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to Beauty for Ashes. I know what you're asking yourself. Why do I have on a Santa Claus cowboy snow hat? I wish I had some deep reason for y'all, but honestly, I was having a bad hair day and it was just like, hey, let me just throw this on. I didn't feel like looking for my other hat. This was right here. So guess what? That's what I'm wearing tonight. I hope y'all like it. But it's a little fitting because tonight I'm talking about seasons changing, spring, that's what we at now. Winter, you see what I'm saying? You see how my mind works? Now it's all coming together, right? So anyhow, I don't know about y'all, but I have a very, very hard time adapting to change. I've gotten better, but it's not my strong suit. I don't like when situations change. I don't like when people change. I don't like when something go a certain way and it stop going that way. It's difficult for me to just adapt and to move with it because I get caught up in it was a good thing or a good person or a good season. And I mean, let's face it, who want to see something good or something you thought to be good go a different way, or to see somebody that you always known as one way be a different way. So, I mean, maybe y'all better at it than me. I'm growing, I'm learning, but I'm just really trying to understand how to deal with when seasons change, when things are not the same anymore. So, what I've learned is that people tend to change based on life situations and circumstances. A lot of times, people have children, people get married, people lose their job, people get a job, people get sick, people have parents that get sick, people get money, people lose money. Like, so much happens in this lifetime that causes people to change. And, just from the outside looking in, it's just like, they're different now. They've changed, sometimes we perceive that as being negative, but it's really like life changes you. Like, you can't help it. It's like a fact. It's human nature that when things change in your life, they mold you to become a different person because you have to adapt to whatever is going on. And if you don't, then life is going to keep going with or without you. So you either have two choices. You can stay stuck in the past, or you can adapt and move on and adjust to what the future may look like. So, what I'm here to say today is that if there are people in your life that no longer serves a purpose in your life, even though at one point they may have been your best friend, they may have been your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever, they're causing more harm than good, they're becoming toxic, they're bringing out the worst in you. When those things start happening, it's time to exit stage left. It's time to go do something different. It's time to go in a different direction because that season of your life is over. And I know it may sound harsh, and I don't mean for it to, but it's reality. That is what it is. And you cannot move forward looking backwards. I mean, if that person was still meant to be in your life, they would be. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's meant to be there will still be there. Nothing could cause them to leave if it's a purpose for them in your life. So the thing is, you have to learn how to accept a person where they are, not for their potential of what they could be, not for who they used to be, but where they are right now in their lives. And like a lot of people, they don't mean to change in a negative way, is what I'm learning. I'm trying to give people grace because people go through stuff in life. It just hardens them, may cause them to be bitter, it may cause them to be angry. And a lot of times it's not personal, it's just whatever they're dealing with in that season of their life is causing them to change. However, just because that's happening doesn't give them the right to abuse or manipulate or do anything negative to you. You don't have to stay dealing with something because of something they may be going through. You can be a support system from a distance. Hey girl, I love you, I'm here for you, but I see you going through a lot right now. I'm gonna give you some space to deal with that. Now with relationships, that's a little bit more cut and dry. You know when a relationship toxic, you know when it's time to let something go. I had to learn how to let it go too. But anyhow, now with the exes, you might not want to give that same type of support to. You may have to leave that season and go on, just jump into the next season. You know what I'm saying? That was winter. We're in spring right now. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you just have to keep moving. And typically, you end up meeting other people, that bring better things to the table. People that are more on the same level you're on, the same page you're on, people that are more like minded, especially in relationships. A lot of times when we're dating certain people, those people may not always be the best fit for us, but we get comfortable. So even though that season of our lives have changed, or that season of that relationship has changed, we stay stuck. And that's the most horrible thing you can do, is to stay stuck in a season that you no longer belong in. A lot of times when we date people, we always think like, I'm never gonna meet anybody else like that. We was vibing, we had this and that going on. But a lot of times it's only good in your memories. It's not really good while you're in it, because if it was, you probably would still be in it. But a lot of times when you think back, we tend to think on the good old times. Like, even if you think back in the day, like for instance, when I think about college, like me thinking about college now as a 44-year-old woman, college was dope. Like, college was lit. Like, I wish I could go back in time and relive some of those moments. But the truth is, when I was in college, I really didn't feel that way. And I didn't appreciate everything that was going on at the time, because when you're in college, you're trying to find yourself, you're meeting all these people, especially if you move outside of your home, you're living in a dorm for the first time, so it's just like you're going through growing pains and things like that. You're meeting people, you get in relationships for the first time, maybe as far as serious relationships. And you're just dealing with school and maybe work. And it's like a lot of different things are going on during that time. And you can't really always appreciate it when you're in it. But when you think back, you don't think about, man, I had to struggle for studying. I had to struggle with my studying all the time. I had to get this work done. You know, I had to find transportation. I was short on money. Like, you don't typically think of those things. You think about, oh, yo, that party I went to was lit, or this guy I dated was fun. You start thinking about all the good things that you did in college, but you may not think about some of the things that wasn't so good. And it's the same with relationships. When you think back to relationships, you always think about the good times you had with somebody, but that wasn't really the whole of the relationship, which is why you're probably not with that person or shouldn't be with that person, because that season has passed. A lot of times we try to restore the feeling, we try to chase the feeling, we try to get that old thing back. And we have to understand that some things you just can't recreate. Sometimes you just got to leave it where it is, because it would just never be the way that it was. I mean, have you ever like had such a good time, like you did something that was just so fun, then you try to do it again and it just wasn't the same, or you went back to an ex and it just won't. As much as you wanted to recreate what you had, it just never ends up being the same. So we have to learn to let that season go. As hard as it is, we have to create new seasons, new memories, and we just have to push forward. Another thing is, during this new season of your life, you want to appreciate the people that's in your corner. Rock with the people that is supporting you and that's behind you. Like, a lot of us have issues with wanting support or encouragement from a certain person or a certain group of people, whether it be family, whether it be friends. And it's just like, you may have other people in your corner that's like, oh, you got this, girl. You're so good at what you do. Keep doing it. And they're your cheerleader and they're cheering you on. But you're worried about the people who didn't like your picture, the people that didn't post your stuff, the people that didn't buy anything from you. And those are not the people that you need to be catering to. And I am preaching to myself, because I know if my daughter, my husband listen, they're like, who that? Who's she talking to? So I'm talking to me too. It's just like, I have to understand that everybody who say they for you and say they with you, they ain't. And their actions prove it. Like, you can say all day, oh yeah, I got you. But what your actions saying? If your actions not showing me support, love, and encouragement, then that's not where you at with me. And that's cool, but you stay right there and I stay right here. And when I blow up and I'm doing something else with my life and I'm at a different level, a higher level, Don't come to me like I changed. No, I ain't changed. I've been the same this whole time. Once you see me accomplish my goals and my dreams, and when you see me excelling in what I do, don't holler at me then, because I'm on something different. I got smarter, I got wiser, and I changed for the better, because I recognized and identified who was rocking with me and who wasn't. You really got to appreciate the people that's rocking with you, the people that's been your rock, the people that's been your support system. So anyway, guys, I hope this video was helpful to you. I try to keep it short and sweet and to the point. But seasons change, and so should you. All right. I hope you like this video. Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave me some comments. Y'all need to talk to me. Tell me, did y'all like it? Well, don't tell me if you like it, because I'm still working on validation. But do you have any feedback? What do you think? Has season changed? Has anything changed in your life that you've had trouble adapting to? Talk to me, folks. Say something. Maybe y'all shy. But don't worry, we're still getting to know each other. So as you get comfortable, I'm sure you'll talk to me. All right, y'all. Deuces.